In the deepest, most inaccessible wetlands of East Africa, there is a shadow that hasn't moved for 6 hours. To the untrained eye, it looks like a weathered statue or a strange rock formation. But for the lungfish swimming beneath the surface, it is the last thing they will never see. This is the Shoebill Stork, a 5-foot-tall relic of a world that should have ended millions of years ago. While the lion relies on pride and power and the leopard on stealth and speed, the shoebill relies on something much more terrifying: absolute mathematical patience. With a strike success rate of nearly 95%, it is arguably the most efficient apex predator on the continent. But how? How does a bird the size of a small human remain invisible? In the next 12 minutes, we are going deep into the wild theory zone to uncover the physics of the perfect kill, the dark secrets of its nursery, and the terrifying reason why this 30-million-year-old glitch is still standing. This is the anatomy of a nightmare. Most predators hunt. The shoebill waits. This is convergent evolution at its most extreme. While it's technically a bird, its soul belongs to the crocodile. But why is its strategy so impossible? It comes down to a battle of oxygen. In the papyrus swamps, the water is stagnant. Oxygen is scarce. The shoebill's primary target, the African lungfish, has evolved to breathe air. Every few minutes, it must surface. The shoebill isn't searching for prey. It is waiting for the prey to fulfill a biological necessity. It enters what researchers call statue mode. Field researchers have documented shoebills staying in the exact same position for over 6 hours. Think about that. No muscle twitch, no blinking. Even its respiratory rate drops so low that its chest barely moves. It becomes part of the landscape. It isn't just hiding, it is becoming a ghost. When the strike finally happens, it isn't a peck. It's a kinetic collapse. The bird doesn't just move its neck, it literally falls forward, utilizing its entire body weight to drive its beak into the mud. It is a calculated explosion of gravity and violence that shatters the silence of the swamp like a gunshot. By the time the fish realizes the statue is alive, its skull has already been crushed. To understand the sniper, you have to look at the rifle. The shoebill's beak is a biological anomaly. Measuring up to 10 inches long, it's the third largest bird beak in the world, but it is easily the most specialized. At the very tip of the upper mandible, there is a sharp, downward curving nail known as the bullet, but it's the edges that are truly terrifying. They are sharp as surgical scalpels. When the shoebill closes its mouth, it doesn't just hold the prey, it decapitates it. The force is generated by massive jaw muscles and a neck reinforced with 14 dense vertebrae, twice as many as a human. This allows the bird to snap its head forward at speeds exceeding 15 miles per hour. It's not just speed, it's torque. The shoebill's neck acts like a biological trebuchet. It generates 3 times the kinetic energy per square inch of a professional boxer's heavyweight punch. And it does this through water, which is 800 times denser than air. To pull this off, you need world-class targeting. Enter binocular vision. Most birds have eyes on the sides of their heads to watch for danger. The shoebill has eyes shifted forward. It has the same depth perception as a human or a golden eagle. It triangulates the exact position of a fish through murky, distorted water with millimeter precision. It doesn't guess, it calculates. It is a feathered computer running a 30-million-year-old killing program. Hear that? That's not machine gun fire from a nearby conflict. That's the clattering of the shoebill. It uses its hollow beak as a massive resonance chamber to produce a sound that echoes for miles through the reeds. But here is the wild theory. This isn't just a mating call, it's psychological warfare. Researchers have found that this clattering mimics the sound of heavy rainfall or snapping wood, sounds that mask the bird's own movement. But more importantly, it is an infrasound signal. It vibrates at a frequency that cuts deep into the amygdala of other predators. Even the Nile crocodile, one of the most aggressive reptiles on Earth, has been seen retreating when a shoebill begins its war drum rhythm. It is the acoustic equivalent of a "Do Not Disturb" sign written in blood. If you think the hunting is brutal, the shoebill's family life is a psychological horror movie. A mother shoebill usually lays 2 eggs, but this isn't because she wants a large family. The second egg is a biological backup plan. Only one is meant to leave the nest. As soon as the second chick hatches, the great sibling war begins. The older chick will relentlessly attack the younger one, pecking at its wounds and pushing it out of the shade. The most chilling part? The parents watch. They don't intervene. In fact, if the smaller chick becomes too weak, the parents will simply stop feeding it entirely, focusing all resources on the winner. This is obligate siblicide. It ensures that only the strongest genetics survive. In the world of the shoebill, there is no room for the weak. You are born a killer, or you don't live to see the sunset. This cold, calculated cruelty is part of what makes them so successful. They don't waste energy on empathy. They only invest in victory. Why does this bird look like a dinosaur? Because in every way that matters, it is. DNA analysis shows that the shoebill is a living fossil. It diverged from other bird lineages around 30 million years ago. While the rest of the world was busy evolving into colorful songbirds and intelligent mammals, the shoebill reached evolutionary perfection and simply stopped. But here is the uncanny part. There are videos of shoebills bowing to humans. If you bow, they bow back. Some theorists in the wild theory zone believe this isn't politeness. It's a remnant of a prehistoric stalemate. 30 million years ago, the ancestors of the shoebill lived alongside creatures far more dangerous than us. This bowing might be a coded peace treaty, a recognition of another apex predator. But their greatest strength is now their greatest weakness. They are so perfectly adapted to the papyrus that they cannot survive anywhere else. As humans drain these wetlands, the sniper is losing its vantage point. There are fewer than 8,000 left. We are watching the slow-motion disappearance of a creature that saw the dawn of the modern world and chose not to join it. The Shoebill Stork is a reminder that nature doesn't care about our standards of beauty, mercy, or progress. It only cares about what works. And for 30 million years, standing still and striking fast has worked better than anything else. But before we go, I have one final wild theory for you. If the shoebill were the size of a human, standing 6 feet tall with that same 10-inch beak and that same 95% kill rate, would it be the most unstoppable predator on Earth? Or does its power come purely from its ability to disappear into the shadows of the swamp? Imagine meeting a human-sized version of this in the dark. Would you bow or would you run? Write your theory in the comments below. I'll be reading the most insane ones and hearting the best. If you want more deep dives into the weirdest corners of nature, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because here in the Wild Theory Zone, the truth is always wilder than the theory.